Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Koolio Freshing Show. Today we're back with a brand new video type. As you can see, I'm trying something different. You know, it's a new year, I want to try something different. I recorded this video before, but I think I lost the audio file for it. I can't find it. I looked all over the place, I couldn't find the audio file. So I'll just restart. Alright, let's get straight into it then. Alright everybody, welcome to my first ever hot takes video. What's my first one on this channel? I got two more on my other channel. I might put the links down in the description or something if you want to see those. If I can, we'll see. Alright, let's get straight into it. So my first hot take is McDonald's burgers are dry and bland. I have no idea how people like to eat McDonald's burgers. They're absolutely disgusting for most of them, especially the cheap ones. The cheap ones are really bad. The only burgers they have that are good are the Quarter Pounder and the Big Mac. And usually the only ones that are good there are the expensive ones, because while you can say that about any restaurant, McDonald's is the worst one of them all. Because at least Burger King, Wendy's, and pretty much literally any other burger place has good cheap burgers and has good burgers overall. McDonald's burgers are just really dry like a desert, and they're bland. I've seen some people say Burger King is bland, but I don't understand that McDonald's literally exists. Alright, let's move on to the next take. I don't understand why y'all be seeing this, but Arby's is amazing. Arby's is literally one of the best restaurants. I couldn't believe when I found that people didn't like Arby's. Always thought Arby's was a top tier restaurant. I mean, I wouldn't call them the best restaurant of all time, but they're up there though. I say they're at least 8 tier if I had to rank them. I might do a ranking video like that one day. We'll see. But anyway, Arby's is one of the best. I mean, they're curly fries. Now that they got crinkle cut fries now. And plus they have roast beef sandwiches. They're chicken tenders, and the apple turnovers, roast beef sandwiches, cheese sticks. I mean, do I need to go on? There are a lot of different dessert types, lunch and dinner types. They got a lot of different good stuff in there. So I don't see what y'all are talking about. Arby's is really up there. They're top tier. Now let's move on to baked beans, aka one of the worst foods of all time. Actually, not one of, I'd say they are the worst food of all time. And peas are a close second. Peas and baked beans are pretty much equally bad. I mean, yes, I might be kind of biased because I think I might be allergic to both, so I guess I'm kind of biased. But even if I wasn't allergic to both, they still both have a horrible taste. Baked beans are just one of those foods. If somebody just made it right and said it didn't exist anymore, and peas didn't exist anymore, I would be very glad. I wish they would just be deleted. If I could delete something from the planet, I would just delete all baked beans and delete peas. Because whoever the guy was that made it, found or discovered or whatever, made baked beans, man, or beans in general actually, just to be more specific, beans or peas in general. I really don't know what they were thinking, how they actually thought they tasted good. The fact that people actually like them, to me, it just makes me sick. Alright, let's move on to a better food. Noodles. Noodles are a lot better than beans and peas, but noodles are still overall pretty average. I wouldn't say they're the worst food ever, but I wouldn't say they're the best ever. I say to me, I just never liked noodles. I always thought they're pretty bad. I mean, I wouldn't say bad. I'm like, I'll eat them, but only if I have to. It's one of those foods you only eat if you literally had to. If there's literally nothing else in there to eat, I'll grab some noodles. But if there's literally anything else, pretty much almost anything else in there, I don't care if it's a sandwich, if it's some crackers, I don't care if it's, I'll probably take gum over noodles. Okay, it's not that bad, but you get the point I'm trying to say. I'll take pretty much almost any food you could name over noodles. And yes, that includes spaghetti also, if you are wondering. I'm not a big spaghetti fan either. I like ravioli and other foods better. But anyway, let's move on to the next take. I believe that Xbox hasn't been good since the 360. Xbox has not been good since the 360 era. The Xbox One wasn't the worst console ever, but it had pretty much almost no first party titles. But I think you've heard that enough times already. I don't have to keep repeating what everybody else keeps literally saying. And then you have the Xbox Series X and S. The Series X, yes, it's the world's most powerful console, but once again it has the same problem. I can't really think of any first party titles they have that can realistically compete with either Sony or Nintendo. The PlayStation 4, 5, Nintendo Switch, and even the Wii U might arguably have better first party anyway, better first party games than the Series X. As far as third party goes, the Series X isn't a bad console. I mean, it's pretty much, as far as third party goes, it's pretty good. Of course, obviously by default, it's gonna have to be good. But when it comes to first party titles, which is what I'm talking about here, Xbox has not been good since the 360. They've only had about 3 good first party titles since the 360 era, while Nintendo and Sony have outranked them it's literally a landslide. Amount of good games that Nintendo has released and Sony has released is insane. The PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch, and even the Wii U have way more first party titles than any Xbox since the 360. That was the last time they were actually competitive. And while we're speaking of video games, I believe Sonic Unleashed is a good game. I really don't understand the hate, why everybody hates Sonic Unleashed. I understand the gameplay was a bit different and the story was a bit crazy, I'm not even gonna lie. But I think the gameplay overall, it really holds up. I think the Sonic Unleashed, it has the classic 3D Sonic gameplay that everybody likes, but it mixes it in with the hack and slash werewolf sections of the game, which I actually think are very good. I think it's a nice change up for the Sonic series. Well, of course, the Sonic series to me is not as good as Mario, but I don't think that's a hot take, though. I wouldn't really call that a hot take. But saying Sonic Unleashed is actually a good game, I know most people would disagree and tell me I'm insane, but I don't care. I like Sonic Unleashed. It's one of those games that everybody hates, but I actually like it a lot. In fact, I might buy it again one day. I think it's a really good game. I'm sad that we never got a sequel or something similar to it that was experiment with the Sonic formula and change up and add something new. And now for the last take of the day. The Mandalorian is the best show of the 2020s. Well, so far anyway. For right now, The Mandalorian is the best show of the 2020s. I don't think there's any other show that has the action, that has everything that goes with it, the action, the set pieces. All the characters are great. The show is directed well. Jon Favreau really knew what he was doing with this show. He really knew exactly what he was doing. I'm glad he's in charge of this. I wish he was in charge of the previous Star Wars films. This is just, because people like Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, you put them in charge of Star Wars, you know something good is coming. For the most part, something good is going to come out. And while yes, the Book of Boba Fett was a bit disappointing in some ways, but that doesn't mean anything when The Mandalorian is still one of the best shows of the 2020s. I think it is the best show. I can't think of any other show that has remained this consistent every episode. It's a great season 1, season 2, excellent. I mean, I'm not going to spoil anything, of course, because it's a great show, so I'm not going to spoil the show. But all you gotta know is that Din Djarin, the main character, and the child are great. This show is excellent. The way this show goes, the action, the drama, the way everything is set up, and the way it spans Star Wars in all the right ways, and a lot of great things come from the show. So you need to watch it if you really haven't. It's one of the reasons why people get Disney Plus, and there's a reason for it. And that's all my takes for today. I'll see y'all next time with whatever video I do. Until next time, I guess. This has been the Koolio Freshing Show. Peace out. I guess I did the peace sign even though you can't see it, but it doesn't matter.